Geminis. I love my Geminis. You guys are definitely one of my favorite signs to read for, and just as a person in general. Who doesn't love a Gemini? I feel like the people who don't love a Gemini is the ones who don't understand them. And when I say understand them, I mean understand their mind, their wittiness, because it's definitely there. In order to completely love a Gemini, you have to fall in love with both sides of the mind, because there is, there's two sides to a coin. There's two sides to a story, a situation, and Geminis have lived and experienced both of those sides within themselves, and they can see everything that's going on around them, even with other people and situations. So Gemini, this reading is for you. I'm recording this sometime in June. I think it's the 14th. So yeah, but these are meant to just find you whenever they find you. Time goes on forever, so let's just jump into it. You guys are ready to go somewhere, that's for sure. Some of you guys could actually be moving. I know it sounds really stereotypical, right? But I feel just within you, energy-wise, you're wanting to get up, pack your things, and go. You want to see a new future. You want to see a new, you want to make new distances. I don't even think that's really a word or a sentence, but I hope it makes sense. So there's been a little bit of waves coming up, and you've been noticing them, you've been living through them. Some of them are emotional, but you're trying to not make it emotional. Get what I'm saying? You're trying to just overcome your situations and not make it a big deal. Okay? And with that, even with your situations being rocky and you feeling at some points in your life that things can be unstable, you're like, no, I'm going to get through this. I know how to get through this. Kind of, maybe. But I'm going to try. And what's kind of happening with you is you're going to find that other people, with their own problems and their own situations are really screwed up, that those are going to be the ones that start to gravitate in towards your life. It's going to be people who, like, for example, are dealing with addictions, people who are getting kicked out of their homes, people with just really weird stuff going on within their own life are going to be acting either very negatively towards you or acting super emotional, because honestly, they just can't ride the wave. And even though you have your own waves that you're just trying to calm the motion of the ocean right now, and things aren't really making a lot of sense, but long story short, that you just want to get somewhere, and that's what you're thinking about. All right. We start off with this gem, this beautiful card. You're just ready to bust free. So you do know that good things are going to happen, and that with all good things, there needs to be time. There needs to be things that are cleared out. I feel like this is a time for you to just clear some shit out. And it's hard because I feel like a lot of it is going on just around you in your day-to-day life, things that are popping up, and then it's taking a toll on you more mentally. And we all know that Geminis just deal with that when you overthink some stuff. Or there's just a lot to be thought about. It's a process. So just take this time as being a process, because things need to end, and they need to end. There are certain situations in your life, whatever your situation is in particular. I'm not going to give examples because I want you, like I've told others in their readings, to paint your own picture with your own situation. Whatever this is, there needs to be a final, something has to be made final. Something has to end. You can't just keep dealing with this anymore, because it's going to get out of your control eventually. Even the best way you control it, even if you're trying to start new positive things in your life, it's not like this reading isn't saying that you can't do that and that's your prediction is just things are just going to be total shit. That's not what I'm saying. It's just saying that there has to be some no's. You have to say no sometimes. You have to close some doors in your life right now because new things aren't going to start if you're not closing doors. You can't close a door and then 2 days or 2 weeks go by and you kind of peek your head in. You're like, I wonder what's going on there. Because it's just going to go back to that situation again. And you're going to find yourself having to deal with those lessons and having to deal with things all over again. So you got to make things final in order to make things new. So that's what you're going to be dealing with. And it's going to get frustrating because sometimes there's going to be complete control in your life where you know you have everything set in stone. But then when it's like time to actually be questioned or actually having to make a finalized decision, you get a little preoccupied again. You get a little bit distracted again. And that's okay. So just learn what you gotta learn, say what you gotta do, or say what you gotta do what you gotta do, say what you gotta say, and just really, if you have to put an end to something, put an end to something. If you feel like things can still work, then collect up the pieces and try to fix that puzzle, right? Because you do, that's a nice card to get. That's like a breath of fresh air. Did you hear me right there? Breathe really hard for that one. You got some new love. Some of you guys, actually, you can find out you're pregnant. I know that's really weird because I don't get that with this card. I really don't. It could just be one of those things, but don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you do finally close those doors, you cut out those people, those situations that you need to cut out, you finally say no, you make whatever you're trying to make finalized so you can get where you're going, it's going to come because there's going to be an opportunity that's so irresistible to you. It's so lovely. It's so, it's exactly what you want to be in. It just feels right. The situation feels right. It gets those good feelings rumbling around in you again. You feel, this isn't like an Ace of Wands where you're feeling super expired. You're feeling super inspired. It's more of like, ooh, like I'm really digging it. Like it's a calm energy. Kind of what you needed. You know? Some of you guys can be dealing with someone who's an alcoholic too. That kind of popped up. And if that's the case, you're going to be moving away from that situation. Not even alcoholic, it's just like someone with addictions. So whatever this is that you're really forcing yourself to just cut out, get it out, get it out of your system. Hopefully you guys aren't the ones with the addiction problem. I really hope not. So whatever it is that you're trying to make anew, you're trying to start fresh, here it is. Here's the opportunity. It's given to you with love. It's like, hey, Gemini, like, just take a little sip from this cup. Like, just know how it feels to live on this side. The grass is always greener. Just try a little bit. Just do it just for a second. Because this isn't going to take you anywhere. What you're dealing with now isn't going to take you anywhere. It's going to lead into confusions. It's going to pull you astray from where you really should be going. So something new is coming in that's going to make you feel all better again. It's going to make you feel like everything's all right. And you're going to want to go with that for a minute. You're going to want to go with it. You're going to want to leave whatever it is. As soon as this thing comes up and it makes you feel a certain way, you're going to want to leave everything else behind because it's peaceful and it feels relaxing, and that's what you needed. You don't want to have to be dealing with everybody's shit anymore. You don't want to have to be like distracted anymore. You want to do your own thing. You want to just kind of like relax. And for some of you guys, I really feel like for some of you guys are dealing with someone with an addiction, or you have an addiction. If that's the case, I feel like it is going to get put to an end in a big, big way. So it's not going to be a problem anymore. I'm not going to go too much into that because that's heavy. That'll be for another time. So let's keep going. Here it is. Oh, you're going to be so happy. I really enjoy that. There can be a little get together, but there can be some kind of like union where family's on your mind. You just have a really good day. And it's going to happen with one good day, and then it's going to keep building and building and building up to more enjoyable days. So be ready to do something with the family. Be ready to hear that really good news that's just going to push you off the edge in a good direction, right? Be prepared to have someone just hold you. Those kind of things. Those things that we remember in a positive way in our life. One of those moments, like those, it's going to be a memory moment. You're going to have it during this time. That's really nice because I feel like you need that. You need that breath of fresh air. Whatever this is, whatever this situation is that's coming through, you're going to first get a little peek of it. You're going to get a little taste. You're going to want to go with it, hopefully. And then you're going to experience it full force. You go from a 1 to a 10. How gorgeous is that? So you get that little taste, and then you take it all the way. And that's a good thing. So a lot of things going on with family too. Hopefully you're not dealing with a family member that has a lot of issues, because I feel like you're going to be sending them away in a fucked up way. And here it again, the family card. So yeah, some of you guys could be having some babies or know someone who's having some babies. But this is about getting everything together, because that's what you wanted to do originally. You wanted to make everything right again. You wanted to close. You wanted to end what was going on before. And you wanted to make it new. You wanted to give it life. You wanted to revive it. And then you see it start to happen. You get that opportunity to make that happen, to make a situation amazing. To get a fresh start on a situation, whether it's new, whether it's old. You just wanted a fresh start somewhere. You wanted to get things going. And then you start to go, and things start to happen. You get this point in time where you get really close with people, and it's like a moment, it's a memory that you make that you really, really needed. And it really does makes it feel like everything's concrete now. That's what you needed. You wanted to build a foundation. That's exactly where you wanted to go, and here it is. It's exposed to you. It's an opportunity now. There's still some things that you're second-guessing yourself about, or you're even questioning. There could still be like some lingering thoughts, some lingering feelings about a previous situation that you were dealing with. When you're watching this could be your current situation where things really start to go good, and then you question yourself, is it too good to be true? Because again, remember how I told you 2 sides of a coin when I was talking about Gemini? This can be your other self coming out, the other part of you that does question things. And because things are going so well when before it wasn't the best, then you're going to start to question a situation or a person. Get what I'm saying? So, and I feel like you're just going to keep questioning. I feel like you're going to have to wait, to wait if this is really serious. So, it is promising you that something really good does happen where it, gives you a spark of hope within your own situation, because you don't feel like everything is chaotic. You don't feel like you have to be the one to take control. Everything starts unfolding for you in a positive way, but it's in your mind. It's in your emotions, it's wonderful, and you love to experience whatever you are going to start experiencing. But in your mind, like I said, you're going to be questioning things, second guessing people, situations, yourself. So it's give it some time. If you start to get confused again, just give it some time to see how it unfolds. Is it going to keep unfolding the way you want it to? And that's a perfect card to come out too. So is it right? Is it right to take that first bite of the peach? You've been planting these seeds now, You've been wanting this new thing to happen. You've been wanting old situations to die off, to go away. You want that to be forgotten about. You just don't want to deal with it anymore. This problem or whatever was going on. And it's saying now all these new things are coming through. But it's just reminding you, just Gemini, just be patient. If you're second guessing anything right now, just wait it out to see if that good vibe, you know, like those good memories keep rolling. Of course, everything doesn't, you know, go like that forever, but does it expand throughout the whole month? Does one thing happen and then all of a sudden you're back to biting your nails, gritting your teeth because you see events unfolding like how they used to? You get what I'm saying? So just give it some time. Like, is this ready or is it not ready? Is that what you're going to be questioning? I think it's ready. Look at that. I think it's time, Gemini. And you're going to feel so good about it. Whatever this new thing is, okay? And, you know, it might not be so new. It just might be this time where you're really connecting with whatever's going on in your life. Your new situation. You're connecting with it. You're loving it. You're feeling like you've been blessed. You're feeling like, hey, this can't go wrong, because honestly, just during this time right now, it won't go wrong for you. You know, nobody and nothing, even yourself, is going to fuck this up for you right now. So you're going to have the chance to experience what it is that you've been wanting to experience, and I really like that for you. So it is going to end on a positive note. So like I said before, if you do second guess anything, just give it some time, because I feel like what's going to happen when you do give it some time, because you're like doubting it, it's going to come right back and be even better, right? And you're like, okay, yep, this is my yes answer. This is what I need to be doing. This is what I should be doing right now. This is where I belong. And you don't have to question about things. You don't have to question things, like I should say. So here's your oracle card to just tie your whole reading in. It's like a spiritual advice. And you have the card of summon, which is interesting. And really, it's plain and simple. Anything that you've been trying to manifest, so like how we were talking about in these two cards right here, where you just wanted to go somewhere, you wanted to see something happen, and in order to do that, there had to be an ending, or at least you wanted there to be an ending somewhere. You wanted things to change, and it was slow going, and you felt like it was never going to end. Well, all these things that you've been wanting to see happen are going to come to fruition. They're going to manifest. Hooray, hooray, Gemini. And your number is a 13. It's not an unlucky number. It goes out to the number 4. And that's, again, even with your middle card, 4 wands. 4s are all about happy home, happy lifestyle. Your day-to-day routine is positive and healthy. Okay? So it does just tell you that you're going to be feeling more at home just in every situation, more comfortable in your own life, in your own skin. So I hope that makes sense for you, Gemini. That one was a little bit more deep, but I like it. And I hope to see you guys soon, okay? Okay.